What's up guys, back with another Today in MMA video. I am your host Andrew, and today's topic we are talking about one of my favorite fighters, Alex Periera, and if he is able to capture that light heavyweight strap. Is he the greatest combat sports athlete of all time? This was a topic brought up on my TikTok, and I would say that he definitely is up there. And what I mean by the greatest combat sports athlete ever is that they transcend from their original sport, go to another sport, and still reach the top. And there are only a few people that could be considered this, and this is anything in combat sports. You know, you can be a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion, then become a champion in UFC. You'd definitely be in this list as well. So it's basically any type of martial art that you do, you are the top of the top, and then you go to MMA, you're the top of the top. So the ones that can be in this conversation is definitely Henry Cejudo, because he is an Olympic gold medal champion and he is a 2-division world champion in UFC. And that in itself is just one of the best accolades ever. That's why they call him Triple C and all that stuff. And I would have to agree. He's definitely one of the best combat athletes of all time. People were like, "Oh, what about Jones or whatever?" Jones is only a UFC champion. That's it. He is a champion in MMA. There's nothing else. He wasn't a high-level wrestler in the Olympics or whatever. He was just a UFC champion. That's it, and that's why he's not on the list. What I'm saying is combat sports athlete. So Alex Periera, we already know he is a 2-division Glory World Champion. And people are like, what the hell's Glory? Glory was the top of the top in kickboxing at a time. I believe it's 1FC now, and K1 before that. But Glory at the time had the top kickboxers in the world, and he managed to get the middleweight champion and the light heavyweight champion. And he was the only consecutive champion, if I'm not mistaken, in Glory to ever have 2 belts at once. And that in itself is already a big accolade. But just the fact that he went into UFC, albeit he kind of got fast-tracked to the belt because of his history with Adesanya, but he still did it, you know what I mean? He took out Sean Strickland, which was probably his only test before actually going to Adesanya. I mean, you can kind of count Bruno Silva because he did get to a decision with him, but who the hell knows Bruno Silva, right? So Sean Strickland, he gets past him, he gets past Adesanya, rematches Adesanya, and then he loses, we all know that. And then he goes up to light heavyweight, which is probably where he should have been in the beginning, because he is a big dude. And I honestly think that him cutting so much weight for the third fight of Adesanya, or second, whatever you want to call it, I just feel like, you know, there wasn't too much oxygen near his brain, and when that happens, when you have a bad weight cut, you're just easier to get knocked out, and I feel like that's it. It's not like the shots that Adesanya hit him with were weaker at all. I just feel like his chin would have been a lot better if he still had, you know, that water weight in him. You know, he's not like dehydrated and stuff. Like I said, he is a big dude, and for him to go to 185, it probably took a toll on his body, especially since he was already walking around like 230, 240 or something. That's heavyweight weight, you know? But basically, I wanted to make this video asking you guys, if he acquires the light heavyweight strap, is he considered the greatest combat sports veteran athlete of all time? Let me know down in the comments. He is going to be a double weight champion in Glory and potentially a double weight champion in UFC, and that in itself is just crazy. No one else has done that. And another person that's in this list is probably the only female, and that is Holly Holm. Holly Holm was a boxing champion, albeit female boxing doesn't really have too much competition. She still acquired it. She was a boxing champion, and then she became a UFC champion. So that's pretty dope in itself. So the 3 people that can qualify for this already is Henry Cejudo, Holly Holm, and Alex Periera. He's already in this list, but if he gets the light heavyweight strap, it's going to be a tough test because Yuri Prochazka is a beast, another one of my favorite fighters. And, he never makes a fight easy. Even if he is losing, he finds a way to win. So it's definitely going to be a tough task for Alex Pereira, but I feel like if anyone can do it, it's him. It's just a shame that he has to get through Yuri for that. I would have much preferred if, Jamal Hill had it, just because, when two of your favorite fighters fight, it's just like you don't want anyone to get knocked out. Maybe just like a good war or something. But it's the name of the game, and I feel like, Alex Pereira has a very, very good chance. Even though what I just said with Yuri, he is like a crazy spinning ball of fire. You don't even know what he's gonna do, and that's why the unpredictability is what makes me scared for Alex Pereira in this fight, because one wrong move, you can get a spinning elbow to the face, right? So, but yeah, let me know down in the comments below, what do you think? Do you think Alex Pereira is the greatest combat sports athlete of all time next to the other three? I would say right now, Henry Cejudo. Just because, getting gold at the Olympics is no easy task. And then becoming a two-weight world champion, that's not easy by no stretch of the imagination. So, Henry Cejudo right now has got to be the greatest. But if Alex Pereira wins, he is a champion in two sports and in two different weight classes in each sport. Like, that's just phenomenal. And there's a good chance. So I'm definitely interested in that fight, and may the best man win.